Dog trainer guide for first-time dog owners. Today we're going to be giving you the quick tips on when you first get your dog, what things you should be thinking about, what things you should be doing. You know, a lot of people, they're going to get puppies. They've never had a puppy before, so hopefully this video helps you out. Or if you adopt a dog, you're going to also apply the same principles to an adopted dog or puppy and use these tips, help them get you to where you need to be at with your dog. First thing you want to think about when you're first bringing a dog home, you want a safe place for them. You want to create that safe place that mimics your dog's natural, instinctual lair or den mentality. Ideally, this is going to be with a crate, so this is also going to help you with your house training later, but that crate helps your dog have that lair or that den mentality. If you're getting a puppy, they might be noisy in there at first, and that's okay. You've got to understand that your puppy is not used to being away from its litter mates or its mother, and so when you take it away from them, it's having a little bit of separation understanding. So noise is normal for a little period of time. That could be for a couple days, but hang in there. Your dog will soon acclimate to your family, your pack, and being away from its siblings and mother. So set up your crate in a nice calm area, put your dog in there, get them used to that. Some other things you can do to help get them used to that crate being their den or their lair, have some water available in there with them, and provide them their meals in there. You can also put a bed in there, a blanket, or other things to make them more comfortable in that crate as they're getting acclimated to your home, your environment. But the main goal here is give them a little bit of an adjustment period so they can start to learn your routines, your rituals that are going on, because this is their new pack, their new family. They're going to be getting used to it. It just takes a little bit of time. The other thing you want to be thinking about is house training, right? So we want to make sure that our dog is potty trained. No one wants to be waking up all night the rest of their life taking dogs out or cleaning up after them. So get your house training done as soon as you can, as soon as you get your dog. The best way to do this is start setting up a schedule of when your dog can reliably know that it's going to be going out to go to the bathroom. Set up a schedule when your puppy's young. You're going to have to take them out more often, obviously. As they get older, you can take them out less often. So this schedule is going to help your dog know, hey, potty time is coming, and to let them go out to the bathroom, show them that there's a place outside for them to go. This gets them used to that routine and gets that house training done real quick. Let's say you notice that your dog's trying to go to the bathroom, either in their crate or in the house. You've got to get them and take them outside to their potty area. So supervision is also going to be critical to make sure that if you notice your dog's doing anything to indicate they might have to go to the bathroom, like sniffing the ground or walking a different way, make sure you can keep eyes on them. As soon as you see that, just grab their leash, put it on them, walk them outside, let them go to the bathroom. If you notice that your dog has pottied in the house later, like let's say you just found potty and your dog's not there, you haven't seen them doing it, you can't do anything to your dog for that. You're not going to correct your dog. You just have to make sure you provide better supervision. So that's also something that most people get wrong. They think they can just tell their dog, why did you do this? Look at what you did. Don't do that. Their dog doesn't understand what they're talking about. Instead of doing all that, just say to yourself, I should have provided better supervision to my dog so that I could have known that they needed to go to the bathroom and I could have showed them to their potty area. So that's something you definitely want to keep in mind. Another thing you want to keep in mind with a first-time dog that you've never had a dog before, first time getting one, nutrition. Your dog's development, especially from a puppy, is critical, right? Not only from a nutritional standpoint, but also from a behavioral and socialization standpoint. But if we talk about nutrition very quickly, our dog's body is developing fast. So we need to give them the proper nutrients that they need to make sure that their body can use those for the maximum development possible. Also, we want to make sure that we're not putting too much stress or too much exercise on our dog's body as they are developing. So I recommend don't take them on crazy long runs or anything like that until they're at least a year old so their joints can grow, right? Walks are fine, moderate walks are fine, but don't do any crazy high intensive exercise until their joints have grown. You can expect your dog to grow height-wise for about a year and then start to grow out until they're about 3 years old. That's kind of your rule of thumb there. But nutrition is going to be critical for the life of your dog to make sure that their body's set up for success and to make sure that their health is optimized long term. Talking about their development, socialization is also critical. You want to start this off as soon as you get your puppy. And socialization is creating positive experiences in close proximity to new people, places, and things. You're going to start this off with engagement around your house, around your yard. Once your engagement around your house and yard is pretty solidified, pretty easy for you to do, then you're going to take your engagement and you're going to go do it other places. So if you live in a neighborhood that has a community center, do some engagement throughout other areas of your neighborhood, especially your community center. If you are good to go there, your dog's comfortable there, then you're going to start doing your engagement in other places and progress the level of difficulty or distraction in those places as your dog gets better. So from your neighborhood, I would go to like a local park that's going to be neutral or low key. Then maybe go to some hardware stores that are going to be more moderate in what's going on around them. And then you're going to go to more distracting places like farmers markets or festivals or busier environments. That way you've slowly progressed your dog's socialization as time goes on. And this sets up your dog for success because your dog is learning how to interpret the world around them. It's reducing the likelihood of anxieties or insecurities developing because you've done a great job socializing them. And don't forget, when you first get your dog, they are developing, right? They're learning. So you need to make sure you take advantage of that time. Don't miss out on that. You also want to think about what are your long-term goals. You want to make sure that you're starting to work on those with some type of training. One thing that most people want is that they don't want their dog pulling on a leash, especially depending on the size of your dog. If you have a big, powerful dog, you want to make sure when they're younger or newer to you that you go ahead and work on that leash walking before your dog gets very big, very strong, and is going to cause some kind of problem for you. Also, in hand with leash pulling is your dog's, we don't want reactivity. So maintaining your dog's eye contact, engagement on you. And again, this goes hand in hand with socialization. If they understand the world around them, they feel like they don't need to react at things because you've taught them, you've developed them that there's nothing to react at. So focus on your leash pulling. Make sure that doesn't even happen. Start off as soon as you get your dog. Reward your dog for paying attention to you. Reward your dog for staying close to you. And if your dog does try to pull on that leash, don't let it continue to happen. So one of the things you can do is if your dog starts walking to pull away from you on the leash, stand still. Your dog might be pulling. Once your dog gives way to the leash, gives slack, gives looseness, comes back to you, say good, give them a reward. The other thing you can do is use rewards to build up good reinforcement history of how your dog should be walking on the leash. So you can refer to one of our other videos that are specific on leash pulling if you want deep details on how to accomplish that. But again, it starts off with the basics. Don't even let your dog start to develop that. Have your dog develop the habit of being a loose leash walker from the get-go. And whatever other training that you think you want to accomplish with your dog, whether it's manners in the house, manners on walking through doorways, these kind of things, that's critical. Again, start it off as soon as you get your dog. Don't wait. So to wrap everything up, when you first get a dog, you want to be thinking about some critical things. You want to think about your dog getting used to your environment. Have a den, have a lair available for them. Use a crate for that. Feed them in the crate. Give them water in the crate. Let them rest in the crate. Let them be comfortable in the crate. That way they can start to acclimate to your house, to your routine, to your rituals. Also think about your socialization. You want to start working on that. Think about your house breaking, your potty training. Make sure you're already developing that schedule and that you have proper supervision for your dog to build up the proper habits for proper potty training as soon as they get home. Don't even wait for that. You also want to think about your leash walking, your loose leash walking. Don't let your dog build the habit of pulling on the leash. Start them right out the gate, loose leash walking. And then other training that you plan on implementing with your dog that's going to benefit you and your dog and your family. Having a dog is a great and enjoyable thing. We're going to bond with our dogs, but getting them off on the right foot is going to set us up for success long-term in the future. And yes, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some consistency as soon as you get them, which might seem like a lot. It's a big deal, right? But doing it right from the get-go is going to make your life so much better with your dog as time goes on. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about that discussion. Let me know your tips and tricks, especially if you're an experienced dog owner. Let us know in the comments below so that new dog owners can see the info and learn from each other. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.